He will need an interpreter as governor. Shaibu shades PDP candidate Aso Iwedalu. Can you imagine? Aso Iwedalu is the PDP governorship candidate that has a ticket now and is the anointed candidate for the current governor, Godwin Obaseki. Okay. So now the person that are saying, or the Philip Shaibu group is saying that they can't allow somebody who is imported from Lagos to become their governor because it's like the guy did not grow from home and does not understand the language, cannot even speak it. So they just went and imported him all the way from Lagos to become the governor in the state. The same way, what is his name? Akpabio brought Manuel Udom from Lagos all the way to Akwa to become the governor in that time. So now they're saying that they can't allow somebody who cannot even understand their language to become the governor. They say he will need an interpreter. That is mockery. That is more throwing shades on somebody. So it means that Aso Iwedalu is a stranger, even though he's Benin by parent and by birth, but he's not Benin he didn't grow up there. He doesn't know the grassroots. Now, wow. So let's get into the details. Recently impeached Deputy Governor of Edo State, Philip Shaibu, has said that Aso Iwedalu, the People Democratic Party, will require the services of an interpreter if he wins the forthcoming election. Why? Let's see. Speaking during the Edo Central PDP leaders stakeholders meeting held in Irua, the administrative headquarters of Esan Central Local Government Area, on Monday, Shaibu said any governorship candidate who cannot speak Edo dialect should not be allowed to govern the state. Okay? He said he would support a candidate who understands the yearnings of the people. He added that a candidate who needed the help of an interpreter did not qualify as a homeboy because of his inability to speak the dialect of Edo people. Today, we have decided that a homeboy that we know will become the governor of the state. Who is the homeboy? You already know that Edo born in Lagos. Okay. You already know that Edo born in Lagos is not a homeboy, Shaibu said. So it's somebody who comes here with an interpreter, a homeboy? No. So if that is a minus, it means he will look for a homeboy. Now, wow. So recall that Aso Iwedalu had been under fire after he hired an interpreter to announce his intention to his kinsmen at a ward in Ewoimi, Esan South East local government area of the state earlier. Can you imagine? So he had an interpreter at that time. Iwedalu was seen in a video when he met with his kinsmen, with his own kinsmen. So in the video, Iwedalu, who was vying for the PDP ticket, then addressed the crowd in English language to seek their support, while an interpreter translated his words into Esan language. Oh boy. So also speaking, the party's national vice chairman, South Zone, Dan Obi, vowed not to campaign for the party if the crisis in the party is not solved. So Obi said the re-election of Godwin Obaseki has only brought pain and anger to members of the party and the people of the state at large. So in Edo State, all is not well until I see concrete steps taken by the PDP government in the state to address all those issues that we have raised in the course of our campaigns. Until I see concrete steps to address the promises we made to the Edo people, I will not be able to face anybody to say, vote the PDP at the next election. If they can treat you the way they treated you, you can imagine what will be if we allow them to continue. I can see pain and anger in the faces of our people and members. I cannot pretend to say all is well, and I have come out clearly to decline to serve in the Edo State PDP Governorship Campaign Council. My decision is based on how I feel. Members of the PDP were badly treated after the re-election of Godwin Obaseki, he stated. Can you imagine? So there are two things here. As for Odalo is not a homeboy and they are not ready to support him. So he went to his own hometown and hired an interpreter to come and speak for him. He could not address his kinsmen in his own language, so he's not a homeboy. Okay, the ones that be speaking the language, how far have they gone? Have they been able to provide what they needed? Somebody like I know that Obaseki will speak Bini very well. Has he provided good governance after speaking the language? That is another question that we will need to ask. That is another question that we need to ask. So with that now, it's obvious that saying that they are not going to support him, and if you don't solve all the problems that are developing PDP and the state, they are not going to work for PDP. They know the homeboy that they are going to support. And I'm sure it is going to be a Pueblo of APC, who is already constructing road in his own local government. Something they happen for them. I'm telling you, they are going to sway PDP vote seriously in that state. It's not going to be a joke. So now in the comment section, somebody saying, Shaibu is something else. So you never won an election that brought you to PDP as deputy governor, even albeit down the new Herod in PDP. Not the only Herod, King Herod. Some say fools everywhere, educated, illiterate too. I can hear the voice of a proud failure. He is so much in pain. That is it. That's what somebody saying here. Another is saying, you noisemaker is the position of governor isn't a tribal or it's not a tribal or an ethnic position. I now see why the governor refused to support your aspiration. You are really a tribal bigot. This noise should have stopped a long time ago if the governor had supported you in the last party primaries. Is dialect a constitutional requirement? You have lost your sense of reasoning and control. I pity you. Okay. Now that's what I was saying. People, when they speak the language, what have they offered the people in the first place? Those state has so many ethnic groups with various languages. How do Shaibu expect Asue to speak his dialect to govern the entire state? It's not possible. It's not possible. You are only showing your stupidity and foolishness. Mumu, is he going there to speak Edo or going there to work? Which one is Tinubu speaking? Not be smart, you know. This is nonsense talk. Can Shaibu speak Bini, Exan, and Akoko Edo languages? He cannot. Shaibu Parkwell, turning to a PDP name dropper and spoiler makes you look crude and cheap. Nah, this is it. The guy is obviously going to go to APC. And also, when people like you speak, I see educated illiterate. Philip Shaibu and Aswelimen Iwodalu is more Edo. Who is more Edo? Yes. Philip's Jewish name. Shuabu, Arabic name. Aswelimen Esan, Iwodalu, Esan. So who is more Edo than each other? Present your credentials. Let's see where native language is of importance. Nonsense. Let's see your credentials. Even your village, na English they teach you. I don't know how Edo language translates to governance. As much as I speak my language, I will equally need interpreter too if I am to speak to my local government people because we speak up to 3 languages. English is our official language in Nigeria. Let us embrace it until we decide otherwise. See, they call him a failed politician. Philip Shaibu na troublemaker right now from time. I mean, na troublemaker right from time. Do something good and your lost glory will be restored. Who interpreted for you? Now that you are out of the government, you can say what you like. Dismissed deputy governor. Now yeah, they worry them. Not be smart. So with the way it is now, it is obvious that language is not the key thing. People are speaking the language all along and they have never provided proper governance. In fact, they have used language to impoverish the people the more. So, and even in your own village, now English, they still teach you from primary school to university. So it is not a criteria. So thank you for listening and let's have your comment.